you can justify trade conflicts with spies, can't you? I think you've literally never done that. Yes. So, if you scroll down below covert actions, it's justify trade conflict. Costs you only 10 spy network. However, it can only be done in regions where they have 20% trade power and you have 10. Which is why I briefly moved my trade fleet over to Alexandria so I could beef up my trade percentage to 10. See, it's 8 by default, just having a merchant here. And then did that, justified the trade conflict, blockaded their coast, pieced them out, made money. But you do need a strong navy to do that. Hey, facetious dude. Yeah, I did nab Granada because Castile just didn't go after them. So I waited until their much shorter truce with Granada ended, then I jumped on them myself. Which is good, because I own Gibraltar, which means they can't actually cross into Ceuta except with transports. Which has also meant that Morocco and Tunis have had a much better time fighting these guys off. So that's really restricted their growth, which I'm particularly happy with. Am I playing on Iron Man? Nah. I'm not an achievement hunter, so there's no real point. Plus, I like to experiment with different things. Is England at war with them? No, just me. England's just chilling. Alright, let's go to Sassari. And you've left Genoa. You're going off to Ferrara. Why are you going off to Ferrara? Genoa's not at war with them. I mean, fine. So, let's grab you. Put you in those ships. And we're just going to land you in Albenga, I guess. We'll wait until they're locked. Gift to the state. Good governance would sometimes prompt the nobility and the businessmen of the realm to donate cash to the treasury, out of pure patriotism or in exchange for sales or the transfer of honorary titles and positions. So I can gain some prestige or I can gain some money. I'm going to take the cash and I'm going to run. And then with that cash I'm going to build a marketplace in Tarragona. So Lucca looks like they're going to come try to stop me. We arrive on the 27th of August. Nope, looks like they're just going somewhere else. If I can take Albenga and capture it, I have a port where I can just unload troops. And they can't do anything to stop me. Although it looks like they're going to attack me with some serious vigor. Full annexation was demanded. Cyprus will pay 35 ducats to Venice and the Allies. Will result in 0.1 inflation for France. For France? Oh, because they took money and France did the most of the heavy lifting. So Cyprus is now Venetian, which is fine. Venice is an ally. Go, 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 go. Right. I'm going to load you up into the ships. Get you out to sea. Because I'm pretty confident of taking this now. And there it is. Begin the landings. Whoa. Memmingen hired Austria's army? Alright. Genoa's hills. There is a -1 for this. Albenga's highlands. I might want to withdraw to Albenga. Although thankfully the siege is going to be pretty quick, thanks to all the artillery I bought. I knew there was a reason I did that. Don't tell me it's easy difficulty as well. No. It's not hard, it's just normal. Game kinda doesn't have any goals, so achievements give you one. Here, I'll just make my own. Like, I make things difficult for myself, so I'm not going to accept the Iberian wedding, for example. Because I quite like having big, powerful nations close to me, which will actually provide a threat. And as my audience knows very well, I hate snowballing, so once things get too easy, I'll just quit anyway. There's no point making an easy game. Only time I played Aragon, I intend to get Consul at the Sea achievement. Alas, I got a freak PU over France 5 years into the game, so I ended up as a Mare Nostrum. What a shame. Wow. Like 6 golden eras on the same day? Apparently the 3rd of December 1494 was a really good year. Is it because this age is ending? Could it just started? Nope, it was apparently just a really good year. Oh, you've gone after Naples. And here comes Oldenburg. I don't know what happened to Austria's army. You've even made it over here. How cute. And all of the buildings built. That's a bunch more shipyards, so I can build more ships. Woohoo. Really? Only 34? I built quite a few shipyards. My naval force limit feels like it's gone up by 2. Hopefully that just hasn't recalculated. Alright, Genoa's fallen. Now let's march over here, crush them. Although actually, hang on. Can I refill garrisons yet? No. No matter. Ah yes, killing the Genoese navy. No more captures, unfortunately. But that's fine. And I don't think they have any more naval power. Cool. So, what do I want from this war? Genoa. I want this. Which will piss off Genoa, Ferrara, Florence, Lucca, Milan, Savoy. I'm okay with that. Need to get a bunch more, but that's fine. Once we've defeated these armies, that's going to add a bit. And we're coming in with 30,000 men, so best of luck with that. And you are locked into Ancona, so we will be fighting here. Ancona's hills. Quick easy battle, probably even stack wipe. There we are. Let's go to Abruzzi. Actually, let's not. Abruzzi is mountains. Let's go to Umbria. And then Rome. No river crossing, this is flatlands. Alright, so I had low morale coming into this because of the previous battle, but that's fine. Otherwise, we are completely equal. But I have artillery support, you do not. Too early in the game for artillery to matter very much, but they do give a bit of a boost to the units in front of them. And actually, I have... No, the artillery is going to make a big difference because I've actually worked this out very well. My lines are slightly longer than theirs, so my cavalry do hit their flanks and do the extra damage the cavalry does. And if I had extra infantry, they'd just be sitting on the edge of the line doing nothing extra. Well, because I have artillery, they're in the back line, they do extra damage themselves, but half of their stats also increase... Oh, sorry, they also provide half of their stats to the line in front of them, which is really why artillery is strong. And you can see the result. Plus, I just outnumbered them. But most of those extra numbers were in the back line. So there you go. Genoa has been humbled. Now, fighting against Austria would be more difficult, except for the fact I outnumbered them 2-1. And they are very nearly ready to peace out. Now, I could try and take some money as well. Although there's not a huge amount of it, and that massively inflates the war score. And just taking Genoa is going to make me so much money regardless. Let's wait here until we've got reinforcements. Actually, let's not. Albenga's Highlands, 11+1. Their general, 2-0. Mine's a 1-2. They have no shock. So again, low morale. That's because they have 0.7 more. Austria has no bonuses to their infantry. They have 2 units of cavalry, so I have more cav, which means my cav's going to do more damage. And no artillery support, plus we outnumber them 2-1. with this result. They do have the terrain bonus. Alright, and Memmingen trying to make a run for it. I mean, the other thing I could do is go after Lucca, Memmingen and Oldenburg in order to piece them out for cash. If I theoretically did that, how much would you actually get me? If I pieced out Lucca for money, 50 ducats. Not really worth it. I mean, money is money. Money is always worth it. Where'd the war score just go down? They're coming back. Really? On 0 morale? Okay, I'll punish them for that. Austria's not going to be very happy with Memmingen. What did you do? You just lost my entire army. Sorry. Oops. Oh, pfft. They just cancelled access through the Pope. Go on, start sieging Genoa. You know you want to. Nobody sieging any of that stuff. None of my coast is being blockaded. War score's going up because I control Genoa. In fact, the war score can go up an awful lot. Aragon loses the claim to Forascia, which is this one. I have no interest in Provence whatsoever. So, go for it. It's yours. Enjoy. You locked in? You're locked in. That's quite a few troops, but they are going to arrive very spread out. And this time I have the hills. And that's the result. Oh, you are so close to wanting out. In fact, if we hit Lucca and take Lucca, then they probably will. And Lucca's also on low. So Lucca... Oh, we're actually going to siege them down super fast. This is basically a free 50 ducats right here. Memmingen's coming in with their actual armies. Memmingen's leaving with their actual armies. France is influencing Provence. Really? Why? Just take it. Oh dear, rebels. But we have a fort there. And we have a fort here. So, have fun. Right, so Lucca's over, so we're going to just piece Lucca. I could actually take Lucca myself. It's not part of the war goal. And that will cause a lot of aggressive expansion because this is not being claimed. No, I'm going to take the money, and I'm also going to force you to pay war reps. Maybe even steer trade. We'll leave you in alliance with Genoa. This is fine. And then need to wait a few more days. Send you back over there. And let's have my transports in Genoa ready to ship my soldiers off to fight the rebels once this war is over. Which is now. Plus now I can take some money. $90 ducats. Might as well. And here we go. Unfortunately it's January, so I timed this poorly by 20 days, 23, 24 days. But there we are. Albenga, Corsica and Genoa have now fallen, which means my grip over the Genoese trade has just massively increased. Oh, Lucca's a trade port. Maybe I should have. That's fine, we'll be able to. Looming disaster, civil war. Why? Stability's over 1. Legitimacy of at least 75 or have a regency council. Legitimacy must be at least 50 if you want to abdicate. And he's 67, so hopefully he doesn't last for very long. Unfortunately, the Civil War ticker... Oh, it's because of the overextension. Once we get rid of that, then it's not a problem. We have basically no war exhaustion. Thanks to my idea, which gets rid of war exhaustion. So, yay. Right, where do I want to go first? I think Almira. Because Almira is the one place that's not protected by a fort. So if they take that, it's kind of bad. But anywhere else, because we have a fort adjacent, even if they take the province, there's no negatives. They just take a bit of devastation. Need to increase the size of my transport fleet. Alright, so we can now build some more buildings. I had not realised that I didn't have the important marketplaces up and running yet. So let's go ahead and order those up first. And that's going to give me even more of an iron grip control over the Genoa node. And my galleys can also return home and repair. Next set. And I feel like I really do need to get a fort in Sassari sooner rather than later, and same with Mallorca. Because that will have the same control over these two islands, these two island chains. And he's 67, which is annoying. I feel like I'm always having rulers die at 35 unless they're terrible, in which case they live till 70. I mean, stat-wise, this guy's good. 615, that's a 11-12 points. So that's decent. But, yeah. Other issues. He also has the idea cost reduction, which is why I've been blitzing through these pretty quick. Plus the fact that I'm innovative and just have lots of monarch points. Kind of helps. And you need to choose whether to go left or right. Alright, so you're going for Messina right now, that's fine. Oh, that's a point. Do I have any edicts going? Just the trade ones. Speaking of edicts... Can't do that yet because it's not been called. And you chose to go that way. Interesting. Venice declared war on Austria. That's something you do not see very often. Usually it's Austria going after Venice, but Venice is bringing in France. Venice, France and Provence. Versus Austria, Ragusa, Salzburg, Baden and Augsburg. Austria is actually probably going to lose this. Because Venice can actually bring a surprising number of troops, plus of course the money. So much money. That's an interesting one. Venice, you want a hand? Because I'd kind of like to beat up on them as well. Are they a rival? Actually, no, they're not a rival, never mind. Just giving them a bloody nose would be fun. Let's do another quick consolidate. And there it is, victory is ours, huzzah! Let's have you boarding the ships and send you over here. Off you go. Then you may as well move to Almira just to make it a little bit of a quicker journey for the future to transport trips. We are getting rebels in a couple of places, mostly because of the overextension. Once that's dealt with, we should be fine. Oh, can I accept... No, not yet. Genoese. Ligurian, in fact. It would be Ligurian, wouldn't it? We are going to have an awful lot of different cultures playing as Aragon. And we can cancel that. I think I'm going to send a diplomat to my allies at the very least. And also, we're at peace, so... I need to improve relations with Naples. Crikey, that's gone down. When can I integrate you? Must have 190 relations to integrate. Okay, so it would be a hell of a lot easier to get Navarra. Why do you feel like I've been so tyrannical? What's that from? Did he just die? He just died. So we've got our 254 now in charge, Nushi the First, who is strong legitimacy, so my legitimacy has gone from like 5 to 95. And there you go. I feel like it would be worth investing in some advisors too. We're currently earning 7 ducats. Yes, I'm going to pay for the level 2. I think I'm just going to get a level 1 for these. Do I even need a military advisor? I'm not convinced that I do. I will, however, do this. Well, actually, nation modifiers. When does my admin tech cost penalty disappear? It just disappeared, which is probably why I can now afford this. Do it. And there we go. Once again, we are ahead in everything. Because we're amazing. National decision. Act of uniformity. Mission strength goes up, however we have more expensive embracement cost. Missionaries are not a problem. At least not until the Reformation. Speaking of which, we have a papal influence bonus, don't we? We don't. Now that's interesting. I could have sworn we did. Okay, so we have no real reason to stay Catholic. Spain does. That's why I was considering not switching. But now we definitely could go Reformed or Protestant. Right, jump on the ships. And send you guys back over here. Yes, I think I'm going to get some temples going. I probably just spent a bit too much money there, but never mind. Right, 30,000 against their 25. This is a fort defense. Do a quick shift consolidate before we get into the fight. It's mountains. They're on -2. Their general is a 0-3 versus my 1-2. So shock phase is going to be a bit closer, but we're pretty good at fighting. What's my military tradition at this point? We have a mill tradition of 50. We're actually kind of hardcore. And there it is, the victory is ours. It will cost us a bit to reinforce, so I think I am going to cancel one of these. I'm going to cancel you. Oh, I only get 50% back, I waited too long. No matter. Yeah, we should be fine. As we get closer to full strength, then it will cost less and less. Plus we just got some marketplaces, another mission's done. Consular to the sea. Gain a permanent claim on Liguria and the Western Mediterranean island. Well, that's not hugely useful, is it? I just literally did that. However, that does give me another 20% trade efficiency and global trade power for 50 years. Dominate Genoa. All areas in Liguria owned by me. And then we get claims on Venice. And Valentia needs to have a level 3 centre of trade, at which point Valentia starts producing silk. I would love to have that. So we need to save up 1,000 ducats. Alright then. Let's mothball you, and there we are. Profit. And I think I may as well start improving relations with Navarra. earth gave me that minus 116? I'm honestly not sure. It gives a Tyrant Overlord modifier. I don't think I ever siphoned money. Unless they started with that. Whoa-ho-ho! 57 provinces in Brazil. And we've got another ability. In fact, if we upgraded our capital, I guess that would be a little bit more, then we can get some more. Control centers of trade. Own control and core at least 5 centers of trade. We're about to get... Really? We only have 3? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's probably because Zaragoza's not level 2 yet. Alright, so my truce with the Lucca is going to last until 1504. And you are unfortunately still allied with France. Tyrant Overlord can come from refusing the vassal's rightful ownership. Oh yeah, they keep on trying to claim my Sicilian territories. Yep, that would make sense. I never did choose one of these. Combat in the terrain of capital. What is my capital in? Drylands. You know what? There's actually a fair amount of drylands down here. Allow claims bordering claims could also be useful. As someone mentioned. Although we at present cannot claim anything like that. Actually, yes, we could. We could claim Zanya, and then Crete, and then Rhodes, and then Cyprus. In fact, just Crete and then Cyprus. That would mean a war against one of my allies, however. But they are rather busy with Austria. Fun 2050, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. It wasn't Navarro who had the Tyrant Overlord, it was Naples. And yes, Naples keep on requesting Sicily. Let's give this one a try, I've never really used it before. So we can start fabricating on the Ottomans. Especially as their arrival, and I'd kind of like to punch them a bit.